Mike Williams had a great day at practice. JC Jackson is getting even healthier, and Kellen Moore said that this was the most intense day of practice yet. We got a lot of good and a lot of bad stuff today, so let's bolt up. We're gonna need it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And let's talk about Aaron Shampklin. The Chargers just signed running back Aaron Shampklin, who last played in the USFL. And in 2022, he was on the Cowboys preseason roster. There's that Kellen Moore connection right there. And he went to Harvard. So this guy's really smart. He knows the system that Kellen Moore has, and he's got some speed at running back. And it's interesting to me that after that Elijah Dotson game, that they're still adding guys to this backfield. I mean, is Aaron Shampklin actually going to have a chance at this roster? I don't really think so. Maybe they want to look at him for a spot on the practice squad, because I know he also worked out for the Vikings this past week. We signed someone else, Matt Hankins, a defensive back, also out of the USFL last year too. He was an undrafted free agent out of Iowa in 2022, signed with the Atlanta Falcons. He had only one pass breakup against the Jags last preseason, but he had 6 interceptions at Iowa. He was a 4-year starter there. This one's interesting to me too, because it either means that Tywan Mullen and or AJ Uzodinma are in danger of being cut, or it means that Keelan Hall's injury is more serious than what we thought, because Keelan hasn't been out there for almost a week now. And now the first play that I want to show you guys, Derius Davis against Raheem Layne right here. Oh my goodness, running right past him, ball on the money, and he would have been into the end zone for a touchdown. Oh gosh, look at how fast Derius Davis is. He just runs on the outside of Raheem Layne. Raheem doesn't even get a hand on him, and now watch. Boom, he's already got like 2 yards of separation within like 5 yards of running that route. That is insane. Does that little shimmy outside, go back in, sinks his hips, cuts well on that route, and Raheem Layne is just playing catch up this entire time. And then look at that separation. Raheem jumping up, trying to get a hand on that ball, but it's too high. Derius Davis goes up and gets it, turns and runs up the field. Let's not forget at how important that is to not only catch the ball, but maintain your balance and then run up the field. Derius Davis needs to get more playing time on offense, man. That was good. That is elite speed. Now we got Mike Williams right here. You can't see him, but he's coming into the end zone, boom, for a touchdown. And I think he actually got held on that play. If I can see that correctly, his jersey was tugged a little bit by Jacquet Taylor. It was. So he was even interfered on that play. But let's go back and see why this was a touchdown. Justin Herbert on a good read. Keenan Allen going over the middle, crossing route. JT Woods bites so hard on that. Keenan Allen attracting so much attention. Eric Kendricks and the safety JT Woods drift over there, leaves this space wide open for Mike Williams, who was interfered with by Jacquet Taylor on that play, but it doesn't matter because that ball is on the money. Mike Williams running tough down the field into the end zone for a touchdown. Now this one is Keelan Doss against AJ Uzodinma. Keelan Doss has had a couple really nice catches in camp so far, and that is one to add to the highlight reel for him. AJ Uzodinma diving for the ball, and Keelan Doss, he can't get either, and Keelan Doss does a nice job of getting that ball and just not staying down. His knees did not hit the ground, so he's up. But check out this route. Does a little shimmy getting off the line. AJ Uzodinma doesn't get a hand on him, but check out this head movement. He turns his head to the left as if he's going to go towards the sideline and try to locate the ball from the quarterback. He's trying to trick AJ Uzodinma to go this way and kind of float over towards the sideline. As he does that, boom, he's going to plant that foot, start cutting it and going onto the inside. AJ Uzodinma now is trying to catch up with him. Ball right on the money. I don't know who threw that. Probably Easton Stick, though. Really nice catch. Really nice route by Keelan Doss. Now we got Kenneth Murray right here. One-on-one drill against Isaiah Spiller. Running right by him and making that catch over his shoulder along that left sideline, man. That is a really nice catch. And also, can we just shout out Isaiah Spiller running right past Kenneth Murray, getting all that space so that he can actually make that catch. Look at how tough that is. You're running that way and the ball goes to your other shoulder. That is a tough catch to make. That's like a catch that you would see Larry Fitzgerald making early in his career with all those terrible quarterbacks that the Cardinals had. But still, Isaiah Spiller, man, showing off the hands and the speed a little bit. Way to go. And here we go. We finally got some special teams footage, man. Cameron Dicker kicking the ball. Man, that was beautiful. Look at how he kicks that thing. Oh my gosh. Now we got CJ Okoye winning a rep against Zion Johnson. Check this out in real speed. I'm going to play it back for you. Boom, getting into the backfield quickly. And the D-line and the coaches are loving that. But look at how he just swats down the arms of Zion Johnson on this play. Zion does have a tendency a little bit to lunge those arms a little bit. He does right there. You can't really see because Rashawn Slater is in the way. But CJ Okoye slapping those arms down. You can see his arms right there. And then he just runs right past him. Nice move by CJ Okoye, who is a very young defensive lineman. He has not played football very much at all in his life. He's got a lot of potential. Now we got another great play by Mike Williams. Justin Herbert fake handoff to Isaiah Spiller. Fooled the cameraman. Uh-oh. He's going to fool the defense too, because look at Mike Williams with nobody around him backpedaling into the end zone. Beautiful play by Justin Herbert, who was protected, it looks like, because there's nobody around Justin Herbert either. Last step of that drop, steps into that throw. Boom. Deep pass to Mike Williams. Love to see that, bro. And now the injury news. Alohi Gilman is injured. He was seen with a limp, which is terrible because coaches were saying that he was becoming a leader on this defense, and he has grown so much, man. He's been having a great camp. I actually just made a video about how good of a camp Alohi Gilman has been having. And I really hope that this is nothing serious, because just to show you how bad this could be, here is the free agent safety market right now. Yeah, and the only two names that I would be okay with here are like Landon Collins and maybe Armani Watts. I think Landon Collins is probably the best fit and the best player available, even though I just want Alohi Gilman to be healthy. But this is just 1 week after the Rams signed John Johnson III to a contract that was like less than $1 million. Hindsight is 2020, and I get that, but we were so thin at safety even before this Alohi Gilman injury, and John Johnson III had his best years playing for Brandon Staley in that Brandon Staley defense with the Rams. It just would have made perfect sense, and the fact that he went to the Rams for only like $1 million, man, that is a bargain. We should have signed him for that. You also need to factor in that John Johnson is the one making the decision of where he signed. So maybe the Chargers had an offer on the table to bring him in, and he was just kind of pushing that back, waiting for someone else so he could get a starting job. And so he decided to sign with the Rams in order to start for them, because the guys that the Rams have in that secondary, they're just, they're not very good at all. And actually one of them just got cut after that preseason game against the Chargers. So John Johnson III going right into the Rams secondary, and he's probably going to start right away with no competition. It's just a bad situation all around. I mean, I don't know if Tom Telesco just didn't want to sign John Johnson III, or if John Johnson III just wanted to get a starting job and decided to go with the Rams rather than the Chargers. Either way, Alohi Gilman, really hope that he's not seriously injured, because we need him for the season, man. Come on. And Brandon Staley keeps putting the team in these game-like situations. Overtime, tied at 31. Easton Stick in that second team offense stalled around midfield because of a pressure by Khalil Mack, and Derwin James got a pass breakup. And then Justin Herbert, the first team offense, took over and got a 3-and-out, man. Michael Jacquet forcing an incompletion. Good play by him. Easton Stick then came back out. Couldn't get any momentum. Kenneth Murray had a tackle for loss. And then AJ Finley made probably the play of camp, which is what the report is, when he came up with a diving interception on a pass for Gerald Everett. AJ Finley, man, he was playing well on special teams in that Rams preseason game, and now playing well on defense. He might earn himself a roster spot, especially if Alohi Gilman is seriously injured, which I hope it's not. Then Easton Stick was able to set up a 52-yard field goal to win the game, but Cameron Dicker missed it. And then Herbert led that game-winning drive, man. Donald Parham Jr. for 20, Keenan Allen 7, Everett 19 yards, and then Cameron Dicker kicked the game-winning field goal, 29 yards, and that's the clip that we saw. That was the game-winning field goal, man. And a lot of today was focused on the running game. So to start those drills, Austin Eckler had 2 straight runs, and then a 3rd-and-1 situation. Isaiah Spiller to the left, 4-yard tackle for loss for Eric Kendricks, and then Justin Herbert and Mike Williams with a 60-yard touchdown got the last laugh. And then, things got a little chatty. That competitive nature was really high today. And to keep up that high intensity, they decided to go for a gotta have it session. So you need a first down to win the game. Herbert to Quentin Johnston for 7 yards, and then Xander Horvath bowled his way for a 3-yard gain to get the win. Easton Stick's group was not as lucky though. Chris Rumpf got that strip sack for a touchdown. Chris Hinton recovered the fumble for a touchdown in the end zone, man. Chris Rumpf, bro, making plays. Now we got some special teams news. Cameron Dicker, the kicker news. He missed that first field goal, the 52-yard one in overtime, but then he hit that other one in overtime and hit every other field goal today. He is now 52 of 58 for his entirety of training camp. And Dustin Hopkins was in pads today, was not kicking. And that is everything that you need to know from training camp today. If you haven't seen this video, I talked about the best players in training camp for the Chargers throughout the entirety of this training camp. Go ahead and click that to see who's been really performing. Thanks for watching.